Hello, everybody. Welcome to Telli Talks, where we talk about life, growth, relationships, and all things in between. I have a very special, hilarious guest today, content creator, actor, producer, director, everything in life, an amazing human being, amazing soul, Juhahn Jones. That's how I gotta say his name, Juhahn.
Like
I gotta roll it. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me here, madam. Thank you.
I appreciate your time.
Yes,
and for the people that aren't on socials, that don't know who you are or don't watch movies or have seen The Wire and haven't seen you, tell us about your journey and where you are today.
I started off in Maryland, grew up Prince George's County. For those who don't know, just, a young man that wanted to get into the business. Didn't really have those parents that knew anything about it, so they didn't push me into it. I had the passion for actually wanting to be in the business, so I kind of figured it out. I got a manager in Maryland, and her name was Linda Townsend. The same day I got the call that I got the manager was the same day I got a call that I got my official first featured background on the iconic HBO show, The Wire.
That was the same day you got your manager. You got the call for The Wire.
Yes.
So it was about who you know, not what you knew.
See, the manager didn't get that. I just, was submitting my headshots.
So it was the same day on your end as you got the manager.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
Yes. So I got down there and I did my feature background, and I learned that you had to get 3 vouchers of feature background to actually be in the union for acting.
Which is SAG, guys, for the people that aren't actors and that are tuning in.
Getting some knowledge here today. And then I got on there again. Second time I was like way in the back, like on the back of a football field. And I was like, I need to get on this show. At the time, my homeboy Dennis, who actually became my roommate down the line in LA for a little bit, we were going to the same auditions, and he referred me to acting workshop with the casting Sariva. She did, she was associate casting director for The Wire. So I drove all the way down to Baltimore, about a 45-minute drive, just to go to this workshop. And she always said, I can get you in the door, but you got to do the rest. She got me in the door. I ended up being in the same room with my boy Dennis and my other roommate that I would always see at auditions in Baltimore, Mitchell. I was auditioning for the drug dealer, and my homeboy Dennis was auditioning for the cop or detective. And he got the detective role, speaking role, and I got the speaking role for the thug. And I beat my boy Mitchell because he beat me in another audition prior to that, so it was my payback. But yeah, no, that's all. That's my bros. And that got me qualified. And it was a lovely experience because I remember going on set and, because I had did background before, and I remember like these big sets, they got the crafty truck and, you can just pick whatever you want. You can ask the person what you want to make, a little caterer there. But it was different because I remember when I did background, I was so excited. I was new. They had in between the scenes, they had the person come out and give us like little sandwiches,
treat,
it was PB&Js and tuna sandwiches on potato bread. Now, from where I'm from, potato bread is up echelon type of bread. It's not your regular white or wheat, and they cut off the crust. So I was like, oh, this is the life.
Crustless potato bread, won him over, y'all.
Man, I was like, I'm actually in the business. But when I got in speaking role, it was a whole nother level. I had a trailer.
Your own trailer.
I had a trailer. I got up to, here's your trailer, Mr. Jones. I got up there and had my clothes laid out. I was like, oh, okay, this is my outfit. And he was like, yeah. They gave me socks. I was excited about the socks. I was like, I ain't got to wear my own socks, the socks and shoes. And then the guy knocked on the door and was like, hey, what would you like to eat? I was like, oh, no, I know about the crafty truck over there. It's right across right there, so I know how to get it. He's like, no, we'll take your order. I said, oh.
He's in the big leagues now.
Big league. And I remember just actually when I shot it, it's crazy because it's like that moment of clarity that you're
where you need to be.
Yeah, it's like, and you better not mess up. You're like, this is a professional situation. Because I remember it was like a half circle, the way they shot it. All the cameras, it's kind of how you have it set up right now. All the cameras were set up to my left, and I'm talking to Marlo, right? Mm-hmm. And I just remember like...
This is still The Wire.
It's still The Wire. Mm-hmm. It's like it felt like 100 crew members and the director right there, like action. And I was like, oh man, there's a lot of money here if I just keep messing up my lines. And that moment, it was like, okay, this is serious. I didn't mess up. I killed it. I killed it first and foremost. But yeah, that was a moment that I realized, like, yeah, I'm moving forward. And
How did you handle that pressure?
I had did some plays before, and I was hustling and my mental and natural ability, and I just did it and let it get to me, and performed. And that's how I got my first. Because once you do one speaking role, you don't need any vouchers, So that got me qualified to be in the union for SAG. That's when I was like, I'm ready to move to California, because I was like, you know what? I would call, before I got the role, I would call agents in LA. I'm like, what do I need to do to kind of like submit to you guys? Are you in LA? I'm like, no, hang up. Are you SAG? No, hang up. Like, these agents were hanging up on me. Like, you rookie.
It's ruthless out here.
Yeah. So once I got that, I was like, it's ready to go. It's time to move to LA. I saved up my pennies, $50,000. And I moved.
That's a lot for people that, that don't save up to go to LA, because LA is not cheap, y'all. For people that don't know and don't live in LA, it is a very expensive city, but the land of opportunity is endless.
It was gone in a few years, I'll tell you that much. And
that's you made it last.
Yeah, right?
Some people don't make that last.
That's with a car paid off and sharing a 4-bedroom apartment and having unemployment from Obama. I was getting like $900 every other week. And it still went away. Everybody, I always pay my rent on time. And everybody thought I was like, oh man, you Tommy from Martin. You ain't got no job. You ain't never going to work, but you always got on time with this rent, because I saved up. So it's not a normal story, but definitely will go fast in LA.
Yeah, no,
so
110%. So after The Wire, where did you go after that? When you were SAG, you're ready to go, you're ready to make your own moves, do your own thing?
I just got in the mix of LA. I took photos, I cut my hair.
So you got into the modeling world? Or are you still in the acting world?
No, I did modeling when I was in Maryland. I just got more
These
serious.
These are headshots. So you say photos, I'm like, hold up, you model too?
I used to model.
Find out.
I did way back. I got headshots, and I just went out there with what I had. I did mass mailings and drop-offs. I remember one time I was going to this casting director's office, and I dropped it off, and I saw another one, which I thought was a casting director, and who I saw in there was what's his name? William Shatner. Was it Captain Kirk? Is that his name, William Shatner?
Well,
yeah, William Shatner. Yeah, Captain Kirk from Star Trek. Okay. Yeah. So he was on the phone. Like it was his office. He was on the phone, boom, boom, boom. So I didn't want to interrupt him, but I opened the door because I was surprised when I saw him, and I gave some signals with my envelope, with my headshot. I was like I was basically saying, where did I put my my headshot? And he was on the phone. He was like. And I was like, oh, okay, so it's another room. So I went in the direction on Ventura Boulevard, and I was walking down, looked around the corner, and I see the street. I said, this mofo done pointed me to the goddamn street. No, Captain Kirk is not my hero no more. He pointed me sarcastically, he pointed me to the street. I was like, all right, okay. But yeah, I just grind.
So it was to nowhere.
No, yeah, that was a joke.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he played me.
Wow!
He pointed me to the highway.
Wow!
It's all right. Captain Kirk, I'll see you again, fam.
But you're here now, and you're prospering, and you're doing things,
I mean,
and you're amazing. And I feel like the journey of your career, no matter what career you're in, comes with failures. We were just talking about this. You have to be able to take the punches, because they're going to come, especially in this industry. Yeah. You're gonna get told no. You're gonna get told this isn't the role for you. You're gonna get told you might not be the best for this position or role or whatever the case is, but doesn't mean give up. Because I mean, like right now, you're prospering, you're doing your thing, you're directing, you're producing. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about your own journey into the industry.
So I'll say that, I always had a little bit of that independent spirit. I got out here, and YouTube was kind of doing its thing, but it wasn't as big as it was as it is now. I created this one time. I went back home and I wanted to create like an In Living Color Dave Chappelle type skit show. So I called it the Juhahn Jones Is Show. And when I went home, I shot a couple of the skits. And then when I came back to LA, I shot more episodes. I had this big launch party for it. Like everybody came. Robert Townsend. I remember Omarion was there, was dancing and stuff. It was a big red carpet event that I did, and that was like me coming into my independentness as a screenplay writer or shooter, director. And I remember I didn't have a following at that time. And I would literally message everybody. I had like 4,000 friends on Facebook and Twitter. I would message everybody directly. So having like, after a day, 2,000, 4,000 views, I was like, oh, 2,000 views, and I'm winning out here. Now you got to get millions to actually be competing with anything.
Right.
But that was a win for me. And I just kept going at it. A friend of mine named Ashley, she was working with Russell Simmons at Off Def Digital, and she was interested in my, like maybe almost a year later, interested in my skit show to bring it over there. So I did a little bit of work for like a little bit, but she went over to Marlon Wayans. He was launching an app called What the Funny. And this was right around when Vine, the first TikTok came out.
No, seriously, the first TikTok.
Because I don't think there was a definition of influencer until, you know, my guys like Batch and Dave Storm and everybody came, you know, what's his name that fights now? That's doing all the fighting. The brothers, white boy, blonde.
Logan
Paul.
Yeah,
they blew up on Vine. There was no influencer before these guys. So I was there and they were interested in my sketch show. You know, it's Marlon Wayans. You got everybody black in comedy. It's like, I want to get down here. And then you got 20 family members you got to take care first.
Right, absolutely.
So I was like, how am I going to stand out?
Right.
So I noticed they had a Vine account. They had like 2,000 followers. And I was like, man, this is the fastest means of gaining a following right now.
Right.
You guys should be utilizing that. So I put together a team and blew them up to like maybe 100,000. And
you put together a team for Vine, solely for Vine.
For What the Funny. Built him a channel.
And this was without him telling you this is your own personal idea that you're like, all right, this is how I'm going to make myself different from everyone else that is coming on board.
Yeah. So I said, I'm going to grind with that. We got paid. It's a nice office right on Sunset. Got paid and Thai food, you know, that was the grind and the hustle, but we was loving it. And I remember just growing out. And there's these moments that you get as the way I know he was promoting this scary movie. I think that Haunted House, or what's the first one he had? One of those comedic scary movies. And I remember there's a moment when we were all working. And it's always funny because everybody always is a know-it-all. They know what they everybody can tell. Well, I know what I think we should do. So one day we had to do some promo Vines with Marlon in the skits.
Oh, gosh.
And I remember like it's a hotel room and a couch and all you know, 5 of us there. And Marlon comes in and sits down on the couch and I'm at the door, like right here. And everybody's sitting in front of me. And all of a sudden Marlon's like, all right, so what we doing?
So he was ready to be in the skit.
He was
like,
ready.
Right.
He was ready. And now everybody's like looking at me like, and I remember like there was a moment that I was just like, it felt like forever, but it was probably only 2 seconds where I was like, man, I'm about to direct Marlon Wayans. Somebody I've been growing up watching all my life and is the man, and he's asking Juhahn Jones for direction. So
with that being what was processing in your mind at the time, again, goes back to the conversation we had earlier. How did you react?
I've been doing it for even at that time, I was already shooting Vines and doing the comedy show, and I had a lot of confidence in myself. It was all internal.
Right.
So it was it felt like forever.
Right.
But once all right, so this is what we're doing, you know what I mean? I came right out of it and treated it like a regular situation. And he's not like an asshole or anything. He has good energy. So, you know, I had a lot of moments like that in my career where it's like, hey, I'm actually
right on the spot type of situation.
Right. Another moment come, I'll tell you later on down the line, but another moment just like that came. But, you know, I did all that, shot with What the Funny, and then I didn't take care of my Vine account. I had like 10,000 followers, so I was focused on that. So when I moved over to Russell Simmons, when he did his thing, All Def Digital, he was really focusing on the digital platform. I was, called over there, and I saw that they had an Instagram, because that's right when Vine was transferring over to longer videos to compete with Vine. They had 15-second videos, and I was like, man, all right, got longer time. I can tell stories, and I can put together a team for All Def Digital, just like I did for Vine. And I said, nah, I should focus on myself. So I said, I'm gonna post a video every day so I get 1 million followers on Instagram. Less than a year, I got the 1 million followers that I wanted.
Amazing.
You know what I'm saying?
So you're
focused on myself.
Yeah, you have to. You have to.
And I did a lot of work with All Def Digital, definitely, but I just made sure that I also focused on myself. And I worked with a lot of guys. My boy King Keyron, he was already a big influencer, and he was like real hot at All Def Digital. He took me in, and we did a lot of buddy videos, and he helped me out on the way. And we were shooting with everybody else that's were influencers. It was just a wonderful grind. And I remember doing like this. When I got to 1 million followers, this is the story I was talking about. I got to 1 million followers. I said, so I look up to like Michael Jackson. Well, I like to do it big. When I do
he
it,
can dance, y'all.
I do it big when I do it. So I saw. I said, I want to have a band playing. For my 1 million follower video, because that used to be a thing. Like,
you break 1 million, you got
everybody
a summer party.
You got to do some type of a photo shoot
or
a special video. So I said, what I'm going to do? I said, I'm going to have a whole high school band. Dun, dun. And I look up to Coming to America as well. I love that movie.
Love that,
remember at the end of the movie when he gets married and like, dun, 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 and then they're celebrating everything. So I actually had the Hollywood high school on Hollywood Boulevard. I went up in there one day and I walked in and I said, hey, I would love to work with this band. And they made it work.
What? So you just walked in and was like, hey.
Where's the band? Who's the band instructor?
Right.
And I found them and told them what I wanted to do. And they was like, oh, we down. A couple of them knew who I was. They followed me. And one day I planned it all out. And I had the band come out in the park. And I wasn't done. I said, I want a horse.
He got greedy, y'all. He got greedy.
Don't ask me.
You had the band, now you want the horse.
Man, don't ask me why my visions are so big.
But that's what makes you creative, and that's what makes you go.
It does. But sometimes I'll be like, how am I do this now?
How you gonna top what you already think you top?
And plus, I've never ridden a horse before. So I'm just having these visions and stuff. So I went on my journey. I went to Burbank and I found a way to get a horse. And it was dope because it came out and the horse was kind of like, man, I realized a horse is a beast. It's a force. Man. It's just a big old animal of muscle. Because the drone was flying around, was getting nervous. Like the instructor was like, it's normal, because he was walking next to me. Like, it's normal, man. This nervous must be the drone, man. If that damn horse did one joke, I fell down on my legs. I said, ooh, if this horse decides to go crazy, I could really get hurt. Because I was like, because his jerk was like, you felt like just all muscle, there's nothing I can do up there. But we got through it. But to circle back my story, I said, I'm gonna outdo myself again. So at the time, right when I was getting my 1 million followers or close to it, I was doing some work with Kevin Hart.
Right.
When he launched his digital platform, LOL. And I remember, go back a little bit on the story. They was like, yeah, Kevin Hart, he wants to get some influencers and bring them onto the platform. And it's like, yeah, we're gonna have a meeting. I was like, all right, cool. We're gonna have a meeting with like some of his like employees or like his partners or whatever. I was like, Kevin Hart do everything. He's on tour, like he's shooting movies. Like, ain't no way Kevin gonna be there. All right, cool, whatever. And we get to the office, me and my crew, upcoming influencers at the time, and we sit down, like here, all of us, and Kevin Hart was sitting at the end of the table, like pitching to us why we should work on his platform. I was like, oh, this is amazing. So I had been doing some work with him for a couple months, and I was like, man, I got my 1 million follower video. I'm about to go ahead and I want Kevin Hart in my video. I was like, oh. So I got a band, I got a horse. Now I'm trying to get the biggest black comedian in my social media, Instagram video. I'm just asking for the stars. I said, forget it. I'm gonna ask for the stars. So
and the moon.
My homeboy, we just shot something promoting What Now? And my homeboy that works closely to him, I was like, yo, you think I can, ask Kevin, and he's like, man, just, what I'm saying, just ask him. So we ended the shoot, and then we was walking to like the little speeder, whatever you call it, the van.
Sprinter van.
The Sprinter fancy ones.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he don't ran no regular vans. Kevin don't do no regular vans. This was fancy. And I was like, yo, man, look. Because I remember when I first met him, I was like, man, when I get 1 million followers, you're like, what you gonna give me? Like a boat? And we had a little video joke about that. So when I saw him again, I was like, yeah, I got 1 million followers, can we, and I was like, you think you could, if I make it like real quick, you could give me a little shoot on the phone, like a little something. He's like, yeah, I got you. You just figure it out. We'll figure it out. I was like, all right. So one day, he was having a screening for What the Funny. What Now? And his boys came out, was like, all right, bro. All right. So right after the movie's done, Kevin got a couple seconds, we got to hurry up and leave. So you're going to have to shoot the video, and get in and get it out. I was like, oh.
Right now.
Yeah, so right now. So my boy Tonio skits. This is what we do. We shoot videos. So I was like, all right, great. So this is what we're gonna do, Tonio. You're gonna shoot my part, my perspective, and get that all out the way. And
how long did you have, time wise?
It was a 60-second video, and I probably had literally, hey, we just did this. Get me, I'm bouncing.
Right.
So, but again, all the work I've been doing, because I know you about to ask, how did you feel in that moment? I know you want to see thinking that like, what was this moment for you?
He think he know me, y'all. He think he know me.
Oh, this is the big moment. And so that's when I was like, because I've been preparing and doing this and shooting, but it also was another moment. It was like, dang, I got Kevin Hart ready to get shot, and I have to give him direction, because he's like, all right, so what we doing? And
you got a certain amount of time at this point.
Now
you're on time crunch.
Yeah, right. Time crunch. So I was like, look, Kevin, so look at this, what I'm doing. I got 1 million followers, and I want you to be like, that ain't nothing. Just shut me down. Like, why are you so hype about 1 million followers? And that was it. And I was like, I'll just get my reactions of that. And Kevin Hart, this improv. So he king of that as well. So we shot that thing, and he ate my ass up. He's like, oh, man, I got a stripper that got more followers than you, Juhahn. How you pronounce your name? Like, he was messing it up, and they was cracking jokes.
I love it.
So, yeah, that was my intro, my journey to being an influencer, and, we just been excelling from there.
So for people that's trying to grow their Instagram page, what top 3 things you suggest for them to do?
Well, the number one thing, you don't even need anything else really, but the number one thing is consistency. You have to be consistent with whatever that you are trying to do. I would say study, figure out who you want to be and what type of influencer you want to be, and look at others like you if you are not a unique influencer, like just brand new, which is not bad, because brand new is always great, because when you pop, nobody's like you, and you grow big because nobody's never seen you before. But if you are doing comedy or just lifestyle, you look at other influencers and see how they're doing it, see how they shoot it, go in the comments, look at their fans, their followers, and see what the negative comments are and why they're negative, what the positive comments are and why they're winning and why they're positive. Just study them and just be consistent and figure out how to shoot.
Absolutely.
And be consistent.
Consistency is key.
And then, you got TikTok now. Everybody's blowing up fast on TikTok.
Absolutely.
So.
TikTok is, I feel like all these social media sites, they're jobs. For the people that don't know, they are legit jobs. You have to give yourself time with social media, because, again, posting, real time, consistencies, mentorship, research, all that takes part into content creation. All that takes part into following, all that takes part into comments, interaction, engagement, all of that takes part. And it's not like something that you just like, oh, I'm gonna hop on social media and I'm gonna get 1 million followers overnight. yes, it can happen, but the chance of it happening, slim to none. It's very, very hard. You know, like you have to, like you said, you have to be consistent. You know, and it's like, I just feel like people look at people that are influencers and think that it's not easy. Or think that it is easy, and it's not. You know, like you're constantly trying to think of ideas. You're constantly trying to think of what's funny, what's in, what's popping, what's relevant. You know, like what can I put out there? You know, you definitely got to be creative, especially like in your world.
Oh yeah. That's why, you know, it's trending is like, well, the game is changing a lot. So it's
Quickly too.
Yeah, it's just all different types of forms of content. You know, it's reaction videos, it's trending topics, it's original content, it's, you know, fake reality, you know, interviews, like so much to you know, to do, to expand in. So, I mean, I encourage anybody, if you want to get into it, go ahead. We live in a new time now.
Your niche too, what you like to do. Absolutely. So relationships, are you in a relationship, not in a relationship, single, not looking, work, is your woman? I don't know. What you doing?
Right now, I guess I'm transitioning to a new life.
He's transitioning, y'all. What kind of transitioning? Because transitioning can mean a lot of things now.
Well, I still love women. Let's
clarify that.
But you know, I'm just, you know, I had a nice life, but God is saying that maybe that's not. We'll see if God says it is, but maybe it's not. So right now, I'm putting in God. I surrender it to the Lord.
I love that.
Is that a good enough answer?
I love it.
Is that clear? Is that somewhat clear?
Let go and let God is what we're going to tell
Let
them.
go and let God. God wanted to be for you, He going to be for you.
In Jesus' name, that's what we're doing. So I'm going to ask you some questions, okay?
Yes.
For everyone that comes on, this or that questions. Rules of the game. Can't remix. Can't change the answer. Have to pick this or that, but you can give an explanation as to why you answered this or that, if you choose to.
Okay.
Ready?
Let's suit up for this.
It's not that hard. I promise.
She already asked the hard question. Go ahead.
All right. Asking questions or answering questions? Would you rather?
Ask.
Badly wounded or chronically ill?
Wounded.
Early bird or night owl?
Night owl.
Fame or fortune?
Fortune.
Locked or unlocked?
What are we talking about? What lock? What's locked? What lock?
Would you rather deal with a situation that's locked where you might not know what it is, or would you have it unlocked where you know everything of that situation?
Unlocked. No surprises.
Lose your sight or lose your hearing?
I might lose that hearing. I got to see some things. Because if I had some past memories, you know what I'm saying?
You can do like Ray Charles, rub the hand, grab the wrist or something.
I want to see. I don't have to hear anything. We're good.
Love or money?
Love.
Money or intelligence?
Intelligence, because intelligence gets you money.
Amen.
Boom.
Permission or forgiveness?
I'm a rock star. Somebody ask for forgiveness.
Riches or happiness?
Happiness.
Secretive or open?
So many different. So broad. It's secretive.
Smart or beautiful?
Who? Me or the
Your spouse? Your let go and let God situation.
Dang, that makes me sound vain because who gonna want a boo boo? Of course, you gotta be beautiful. Who gonna want? I want a smart too, though. That's kind of rough. Come on, you know men are wired differently than y'all. Y'all can do that. I mean, he ain't gotta be as long as he take care and make me smile and everything. Like he.
But
ain't
that could go for men too.
How many times have you seen a fine woman with a a butt-faced man versus a man with a butt-faced woman, how often,
Yes, I do
especially
agree.
if he got his life together,
I do agree. It goes more on the
exactly,
other side.
because we would go to the dollar store, 99-cent store, and she fine, she a cashier, we'll take her out of there. Would you ever see a woman do that? He can be as fine as he wants. You're going to have to get your life together before you talk to me, yo. That's exactly how y'all going to run it.
But not everybody like that.
Would you, especially at your status right now, if you was different reality, if you was single and you was looking for love and you saw this fine dude in 99-cent store, would you even think about if he came up with the right game while he was at work?
Right now, probably not. Before, absolutely. Like before, I feel like 110%.
Why now?
You know, now because I don't want to take care of another person because
but love is love. Give him a chance. Maybe you can bring him up.
You can. Yeah, absolutely.
Put him under some of your businesses.
Personally wouldn't do it right. Absolutely. 110%.
See how women always got to do.
But I'm just saying, like, you got to at least meet me here or...
See?
Or,
see, us men, we'd be like, well, you ain't got to meet me nowhere but outside at this car.
You know what I think that it is, though? I feel like it's men and women have roles, right? I feel like men naturally are providers, professors, and protectors.
Well, not today. Because today the woman be like, I don't need you.
Here's the catch, too. Now, you could have a boss woman, you know what I'm saying? But I feel as someone that has my own... I've taken care of a man. So I just don't want to go that route. I know what it feels like. So I don't want to go that route. So now I got an option to choose what route I want to go.
Touché.
Just like I feel like men have an option to choose if they want to take a girl that they can level up or a girl that's already leveled up.
True.
You feel me?
She's trying to be safe.
That's
I
my
had
explanation.
a situation, I did that.
No, that's true.
So
that's
you know,
facts.
dang on what her answer was going to be the same answer, whether she had one or not.
No, because I
I
genuinely feel like whoever you're with, you have to have a likable, similar personality. Like I know a guy that just watched ESPN every day, attractive. I couldn't deal with it. Because we got to do something else outside of ESPN, sir. Like what are we doing? Because I love sports, but I can't watch it every day. Like, what are we doing? Like, are we going to swim? Are we going to watch a movie, bowling?
So if he at least did all that, but he just wasn't financially on that level, would he still be able to survive?
Yes, I think certain things.
She said, I think. These are safe words. I think yes.
Look, I'm supposed to be interviewing this guy, right?
It's the Juhahn Jones show now.
Real talk, though. I feel like there's a checklist, right? Everybody got a checklist, right? So if you're checking off more things on this side and finances is the only thing that you might not have, I could work with you.
Looking at the camera,
I've done
looking
that.
in the eyes
I could
of the
work
people.
with you. I mean, not now because I'm in a situation, but I could have worked with you. And they know, for the people that know me before the situation that I'm in now, know that I've been there and done that.
She gonna make that clear.
I've been there and done that. Will I do it again?
No, me.
If more of your boxes check on the right than on the left, I might. I'm just being honest.
We could take a poll and just see how many women.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a poll.
Yes. How many women will actually pick up a man at the 99-cent store and you're successful?
Because who knows? Someone could be at the 99-cent store. Someone could be at the 99-cent store and they could be successful. They could have another job. They could have 3 jobs. They could be.
She's trying to make it better now. I say he's a cashier. He ain't got no other job.
He ain't got no other job. He's just a cashier.
Well, it ain't gonna be on a no higher level. You ain't gonna be working.
What if he's okay? So how about this? What if he's at the 99-cent store and he's in college? So that's the job that he's at right now. But
college ain't no job. College is
no. But listen, right? But he has the education he's having is towards a better future for him.
She's so political. She's trying to make this man.
Saying.
You see the color of this man. He ain't in college. As a matter of fact, if he is, he going to a community college.
So you're just trying to say this man ain't got no ambitions, no
because
ambition.
That's what a man would do. That's how
no
messed
hustle,
up.
no nothing.
Not, I guess, mess up, but this is how we are wired. Like we would actually consider talking to this beautiful woman that's a cashier and not even know what she does.
Yes, I honestly feel like it depends on the person's what they want. And in
Men don't
their
want no.
spouse.
We don't. Most men want
Men
me.
think with their head on the bottom, not the head on the top.
It's
Women
sad.
think with the head on the top because they don't got a head on the bottom.
That's why
So
y'all
that's
always
why
be
I feel
like, oh well, okay, call me. We can. I see. Y'all want to check. Y'all want to learn something.
Now look, listen. This is what I tell my man because he gonna know. Who is y'all? I tell him, I'm like, who is y'all? Y'all ain't me. Now we talking about y'all. That's one thing, but.
Well, women in majority.
This is how he sound too.
Women be like, we excluding her. Women in general.
No, I
majority.
do agree with you. I feel like women look for something else and men look for something
That's
else.
fine.
And I just feel like
And that's good.
we on different perspectives in lives. And I
It's a
feel like,
circle of
you know,
life.
you choose what you want and you let go and you let God. I'm gonna
That's
stick
gonna be the theme of
beside
it.
it. Let go and let
God.
God. That's what we're doing. All right.
Hashtag.
Back to my question.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Where we at? Smart and beautiful. That's what it was. Smart and beautiful.
And we got past that one.
Yeah.
We got that one.
All right. Touch or taste?
What are we talking about here?
What you want to talk about?
I don't
What
know.
you touching and
You got
tasting?
the question.
Touching and tasting.
Such a broad question. So,
Would you rather be able to
oh,
touch? That's kind of hard now that
that's
you
what I'm
make
saying.
me.
There's so many different scenarios. What was it? Is it handicap? Are you talking about eating? Or we talking what parts he can't touch? You talking about fingers, or he still got feeling in his toes and his bottom head? Like you can get around some things.
Would you rather lose your sense of being able to touch, or would you rather taste?
Oh man. Ah, food is so good, man. It's one of the high wonders of the world. You can't taste nothing. And that's, yeah. Well, I guess I gotta go with, touch. Is that everything?
Losing, or like losing your.
We just talking about the fingers?
Losing your sensation. So you're losing your sensation of feeling, as in touch,
Everything?
or you're everything.
Everybody limb?
Everything.
Everybody limb.
Or
It's just the fingers.
You can't taste. I mean, what you gonna do? You gonna put your toes up and be like, yeah, let me touch your toes?
Hey.
Or what you
Yeah,
gonna do?
I would,
Like
actually. I would.
just rub your ear on it a little bit.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would pick up the
Complete loss of sensation of touch. Complete loss of sensation of taste. No remixing. See, you already cheated. I told y'all, people come on here and cheat.
I'm gonna say, dang, man. Hey, taste.
He want to touch y'all.
Because you can eat to survive. You just ain't gonna have the pleasure of tasting. But touching can get you through. Especially if your wife would come through and like, oh baby, I'm sorry you couldn't taste that food, but let me make sure you feel better. Get this massage and other things. And then you forget that you couldn't have no spaghetti sauce. You got some other sauce.
I cannot. All right, truth or dare?
I'd rather have the truth. Sometimes these dares get a little crazy in life, especially you ever played truth or dare?
Yeah.
They always want you
Truth
doing
is the safe way out.
But sometimes they
Sometimes they be lying on them truths though. They
that
be
too.
lying
See,
on
that's
them
why I take the
truths.
truth, because you can lie. But how they gonna?
You gonna put you by a polygraph and be like, all right,
Oh, shoot
yes,
me.
no, and
I
then all
lied.
the little things is like, and what's the
lied.
punishment on if you lie? You get a
Lock me
dare.
up. Ooh.
All right, last but not least, younger or older?
What?
Yourself, a woman?
Myself?
Yeah.
Younger,
Would
older?
you prefer to be younger or older?
In life? I mean, any person is gonna be like, I want to be younger when they're older, because they know what they know. And I need more time. So,
Right.
Younger.
Or would you prefer a younger woman or older woman?
Ooh, wow, yeah, that's a good question. Man, I'm learning a lot these days. So I might. If you don't want too young. Let's say younger, but not too young.
Okay, I guess here goes a better question and less broad for you. Would you rather have a 21-year-old or
What's your brother?
55.
Damn, really? 21. Damn, you made that easy. 55, she about to be out of here a little bit.
What if she was 55, intelligent, successful, taught you things, mentored you, helped you be successful in what you're doing, and then 21, she just looked good?
Well, she gonna be my mentor then. What you mean? She still gonna be in my life.
This is what I'm saying. It's like it's a what you prefer type of situation.
Yeah, I still can have her. I can have her.
This goes back to what we asked him earlier: smart or beautiful. You know. So now you're taking the smart over the beautiful. Depends on the situation. Back to proving my point from earlier when he had me questioning me 20 million questions like he was 50 Cent or something over here. Like I'm like, God damn, I thought I was interviewing you.
I'm sorry. 21 or 55. Come on. Another thing only women would actually do more than men. Last time you've seen that.
All right, so what you got going on? What's coming up for you? Movies, shows, whatever you got going on, tell them.
So right now, a lot of great things are coming. You Married That, the movie I shot with Arthur Kincaid, April Jones, Lisa Ray, inspired by the YouTube series You Hidden That. You also can see that season, first season on Tubi. The movie's getting ready to be licensed and put out there, so that's going to be everywhere. So get ready for that.
Congrats.
Thank you for everybody that was in that movie. So many talented people and actors in there. Can't say the list because it's so long of great people that were in that movie. Getting ready for this super action hero thing I'm about to do. That's about to change the world.
You the super action hero.
Yeah, that's why I've been in the gym. You know what I'm saying?
I know that's right. I was like, he came in here. I was like, okay, buff.
Getting a little bit bigger. I'm doing my push-ups. My push-ups, getting ready for that. You'll know when it comes out.
All right.
Like, oh my gosh, Juhahn did that.
What's your superpower?
I can't say anything. You just gonna know.
Okay, we gonna know.
You're gonna know.
We gonna know.
It's
I cannot.
You're gonna remember this. It's tied to some iconic people.
Ooh, exciting.
I say that. What else I got?
Michael Jackson. Iconic.
That's super iconic. I ain't do it yet. Be working with a dead man, but I love Michael. That's super iconic. But I'm getting ready to launch a platform.
Oh, dope.
A whole network.
What kind?
It's gonna be everything: film, movies, podcasts. We'll get you in some acting stuff.
Let's do it.
We're about to be out here.
You heard it here first with him. So this is our contractual agreement.
Oh, see, look at her.
Via
women know how to get you. It's a contract, verbal contract. So yeah, we're gonna be doing stuff. So think what I did when You Married That. Now I'm about to make sure. It's almost like being independent, what I've been mostly of my career. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Absolutely.
Now owning all of the material and just like building with the audience that I worked so hard all these years, 10 years, talking about 10 years of building up and been in this game. It's time for me to kind of like really take that in. So we got that coming. I just came out with a food truck.
Ooh, food truck. What kind of food we selling? French fries. I know that's right.
Yeah, it's called Friday, and the slogan is "Every day is Friday." I teamed up with my partners Theo and Hope, and we're doing really good with that. Been out for about a month, and we're like at all these events right now, and that's going to blow up more and more. And I'm actually going to do a show for that, put that on the network. So
love it.
It's all around being an entrepreneur, multiple streams, growing up,
He working, y'all. He booked and busy and working. Love to hear it.
Yes.
You want to clog your arteries up? Go ahead. Go to his food truck.
We got vegan too.
Oh, vegan options. Love that.
Yeah.
Especially here in LA. Mandatory.
Yes.
So if you want vegan fries, loaded fries.
Alfredo, barbecue, chili cheese, Caribbean jerk. Man.
What a food truck at right now. I'm hungry right now.
Today.
Downtown.
What? Today.
Okay, I'm going to ask you.
So go to Friday.eats on Instagram if you want to see where the menu is. What the schedule is. Friday, FRYDAY.
Okay.
Y.
Friday
Eats.
Friday.eats for the food truck schedule. Tune into all things Juhahn Jones, because that's how I got to say his name. And where can they find you?
Find me everywhere under Juhahn Jones. It's Juh. Are you gonna put a little writing on there? I don't have to do this.
Yeah.
Okay, Juhahn Jones. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, everywhere. Google me.
Yes, and he has a lot of amazing content. Make sure you tune into all the things that he has going on, and that is it for Telli Talks.